I just know last time we started talking and it just was like 2 hours later, I was like, let me not hit record this time. Like, so yes. Can you let me know your DJ name, like who you are, where you're from, and then let's dive into like what's been going on with you coming back from Cleveland.
All right, so DJ name Ethereal. I'm actually going to change it in the video so you can see it down there too. So Ethereal, I'm from Detroit, born, somewhat raised, but I'm here. I love my city. And yeah, so we can hop back into like what the last couple of days have been like. I just got back from Cleveland. Basically, there was a residency that worked out pretty well here in Detroit at the Shinola Hotel. We're working out when I'm saying working, we working these decks out in Cleveland and at the Ritz-Carlton. So it's been an exciting journey. It takes you through like a lot of new experiences and it's like, okay, this is really cool. Like I'm on the road with my friends. I got my sticks. I'm a plug in, It's a
That's
good
dope.
so yeah, just getting back from that and honestly resting to recharge. Friday, I have a pretty exciting event. I don't know if you're familiar with the producer Jules, globally
Yeah.
recognized Jules. Of course, I know you're familiar with Jules. So I'm opening for Jules on Friday. He's coming in town. The city is getting ready for a major festival in Detroit. So we turned up. We turned
That's
up.
that's amazing. So I know like when we first met, you were not a DJ yet. Like when did you start DJing and like what got you to like what made you want to start DJing?
That's a good question. So I will say the last couple of years, I more publicly share what I do musically. Just for reference, I'm a little bit introverted. And so this is like taking me to a whole nother expression of my personality, my character, and it still feeds a little bit of it because you still like, you're into music. But I started very early in music. I come from a pretty musical family and production, songwriting and production. And so for me, like I still have this love for production to where I'm always thinking about like how can I make this sound like this or make it sound like that. And I found DJing to be a great outlet for that expression.
Yeah.
Um, and when I really got into, okay, I'm going to do this publicly, it was after me DJing at home. It was actually my grief work. I was losing someone very, very, very close to me, and I was in the caretaking process. And either when I would either be spending time with her or when I would leave, I would do something with music because we all are a musical family. And I would go home and I would just get to the deck. So it has been a healing process. It's always been with me in one form or the other. And really it was her that her name is Zena, my aunt Zena, that really pushed me to do it more outwardly, to just do things you're not used to doing. Just, share yourself with the world a little bit. So I did it for her. Really at one point, like got over my nerves of like just get outside and have a good time, with it all. And so that's kind of like how that journey started, where I think my first like pretty attended public event might have been December or January of 2023, 2024, that transition of the year where I was like, okay, I'll start DJing outside and not these recorded sets that like I'll do it a little bit outside. So, and it was a skating rink, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, in Detroit?
Mhm.
That's dope. That's dope. Skating parties are like some of my favorite parties to DJ. When I first started, that was like where I love seeing people like dancing or skating to my music. It's just a different vibe.
Mhm.
Be real creative with it too.
Skates.
You said what?
You got to keep everybody on their skates, so you can't be like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's really it's fun. It's a vibe. And you see people having a good time. It's yeah, it's great.
That's dope. So I'll ask this, like coming from DJing in the house and then like going out to DJing in live spaces and like DJing for people, like what shift did you have to make to like when once you were in front of people? Did you feel like a shift at all, or did you feel like
I think that from an artist standpoint, there's a certain way you approach storytelling sometimes when you're doing it for yourself, because we can create stories and have this freedom of expression. But when you're doing it outside for other people, and we're of service to the people, and so it's not only are you adding your like signature craft into it, but you're also constantly reading the room, and so it requires a lot of empathy and understanding to really make a resident set, like where people are actually turning up the way you came to, deliver it. Because not every party is a we're gonna dance and do this party. Some parties are like, or twerk party, but some parties are actually like we need to keep it like, mellow and vibey. And so it just requires that extra element of empathy and reading the room that, you probably should have that trait anyway.
yeah.
It really taps into, like, making sure that's really refined.
Yeah, I feel like as a DJ, I had to understand that so much of it is knowing music, but also knowing people and being able to feel energy, right? Like you could feel the room. Like I think everybody's kind of in a like a chill mood. I'm gonna just keep it real mellow right now.
Mhm,
I think they're ready to turn up. Like you
mhm,
got to be able to feel it, you know. I think so. I agree with you on the being empathetic and knowing how to show empathy, and reading like the crowd and all that. Um, and I think that in itself is a skill, you
mhm.
know? And I think not every DJ has that, especially like coming from DJing like when I first started, I was in my bedroom DJing by myself, you know, like most of us start. And I'm like, when I started DJing in front of people, I think the idea that I had, like, I'm gonna play this song and they're gonna go crazy. And then you actually see the reaction, you're like, oh, this actually didn't hit as hard as I thought. And you're like, all
Yeah,
right, let me try something else. Like, you
yeah.
know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I think I love feeling that reaction off the crowd when it does hit right. When you
Mm,
plan the perfect set and you're able to like play it and feel out the moment where it's time to like go hard with whatever it is you have planned and they actually react the way you want. That's
mhm.
like one of the best feelings. It feels like an adrenaline rush every time.
Definitely. Excuse me. Yeah, okay.
You
Back.
good? Um
I could just do it right in the pause, right in the pause.
yeah, so like what do you have planned for the summer? Because I know this summer and spring and summer is gonna be a real, I think it's gonna be a spring and summer that people are waiting to let loose and to forget. So there's going to be so many opportunities for us as DJs to create experiences that allow people to like completely forget about what's going on in the world and just be in the space in the zone. I think as DJs, we have even more responsibility this year to make sure people have a good time.
Definitely,
So what do you
definitely.
got planned?
So, yeah, I agree. This year is a year the arts, creativity is really going to shine and really be leaned into. So this year, um, I think that we're all gonna also be a little bit more receptive to creative expression in different ways that maybe we weren't able to, dig into as well. But, you know, the biggest thing is tapping into what has traditionally been resonant, because we're gonna need to bring all of that back repeatedly. This year I have a big festival that I'm not able to announce quite yet. We're working out all the paperwork right now, and but I'm be really excited to announce that when I can. I know they have to announce it first. And it's going to be here in Detroit. I have a few series of, residencies that I'm working through, and also just like really expanding energy service. I think I mentioned energy service to you a while back. That's more of my low key project, which it seems like it's the perfect time to get into. I'm going to do some recorded sets in different, like, beautiful spaces and have, just folks that are really wanting that intimate, vibey session where we get dressed, feel good, eat good, like we were talking about earlier. And we record it, we vibe out, and we just have a good time. So I'm really coordinating the entire event and, just celebrating culture across the diaspora because that's really important a lot of times when I'm doing my DJing. Like, I I'm bringing all the different cultures, Afro diaspora together into it, and you got to be open sometimes to like hearing that, you know, and it's so fun to do. It's really fun to do. Like, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean,
Yeah.
festival sounds dope. I know they do some big festivals out in Detroit, so
Mhm.
I can only imagine. But also, yeah, what you're doing is dope, and I think being able to curate spaces where people can get together right now and in community and eat and drink and talk and vibe is to me that's the vibe of the summer. Between festivals and small spaces of community and friends and building up like resources within each other, right now is what I feel is key. I actually just got off a couple calls where I'm just like, all right, this year we might not be getting the funding that we got previously, but
Yeah.
we can't forget that we got the resources amongst each other to still build. So like, yeah, I'm hoping that I could come out to Detroit for some of the stuff you're doing, or that you could come out to Connecticut, New York, whatever, and link and do some work together. That would be really dope.
I'm definitely down. Like, you've always been a good time, a good vibe, a good human, like, to connect with. And, at this point, it's like you said, we got to keep spreading that love and being very intentional about it. The week prior, I did an event in Sonoma that was I'm really honored to have been asked to give, that kind of service. It was for executives, like Black and brown CEOs across the country that focus on healthcare, and they're literally sitting here like, "What are we gonna do?" And they had such a heavy conference, and, they asked like, "Hey, we need a moment where we just let it go, but these are all the cultures in the room, you know?" And so, like, how can we bring this all together? Like, can you make this work? And I'm like, yes, I'm down. If you don't know, like, aside from me doing DJ work, I work heavily in health equity. So this is all important to me too. It's like taking care of the people that take care of the people. And this is medicine in itself. So I mean that it's another reminder, like, yeah, like you're saying, we're all in this together. Like, we as a community across space and time or place, literally time too, because we're bringing back, artists from that we grew up on. Like, they're helping us keep each other together. Like, the shit's deep.
Yeah,
I love
it
it.
is.
Mhm.
That's dope though. I love that you were able to be there for the conference. I know you were telling me about it before that, like about what was happening. Um, and I love that you were able to do that and bring that experience to them. And also be there to witness the experience.
Mhm.
'Cause I'm sure it was a deep, probably a with everything going on, probably a lot heavy conversations.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, what I guess what are some of your favorite artists that you're listening to right now? Because I always see you posting on social whenever it's like a. Actually, got into Isaiah Falls because of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you posted Isaiah Falls on your timeline, and I was like, oh, let me check this out because you be listening to some dope music. So we'll love to hear some of your favorites right now.
Ooh, let's see. I love hip hop. Number one in hip hop. I love rappers that are focused on motivating the people. So I get a shout out to like the Dom Kennedys, Larry June. Like, I love that when I'm like in my focus mode. That's my vibe. when I'm in my I'm a piano vibe. Like I said, Jules, shout out to Jules. When they asked me to open for him, I was like, yeah, like, do you know how much I listen to this man? You clearly know. So love that. I've been genre wise, I've been really deep in my I'm a piano three-step, South African musical sound. It's been very healing. So I definitely like I love just vibing out to it. Just it allows you to just like let go, like decompress. So um amazing artists there. TXC is one when you're really trying to turn it up in our piano style. Let's see who else. I mean, there's so many artists. Like it's like who can I not name? How do I not go into a spiel of everybody? It's so amazing. Let me think about some Detroit artists too. Charity is an amazing singer out of Detroit. Always love to Big Sean. He's in that inspirational hip hop space too. Um, yeah, there's so many amazing artists. Like, I feel like I'll go into a rabbit hole right now if I name it.
Now you name some dope artists, and like, I think it's really important because when we're in our own like silos, sometimes we're like, oh, I listen to this person, but like I always like to ask other DJs, like, who you listening to? Because that might not be somebody I'm listening to on a daily basis. Like I'm like Larry June, fire, Don Kennedy, fire, like, and Jules, I love too, So those are some artists that I definitely rock with right now. I'm listening to a lot of female rap right now though. Meg Thee Stallion,
Okay.
Glorilla, a
Yep.
little bit of Sexy Red, of course Kendrick, and oh yeah, can't forget Doechii.
Like one major shout out to Dolce. Just
Yo,
everything.
crazy.
Everything.
Everything so inspirational on every level, and the music, every single performance is like, what? Like, wow,
Art.
wow. Like, how did you do this?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for a while that type of artistry has been missing in the culture. It's been
Mm-hmm.
such a like a quick like let me get a hit and like who cares, and like the lack of like integrity in the music and performance has all that has been missing. That integrity has been missing. Like
Yep.
every single event Doechii comes with just straight fire performance, amazing lyrically, singing, rapping. Like I could go on forever.
Oh, she, like what does she not do? That's everything. She's just art. She is art.
Yeah, definitely. And DJ Miss Milan with Doechii. I love seeing that female DJ. Like it's almost like the Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince of
Yep.
2025, but like the femme version of it. And it's like very like way better way.
Always better. Women, sorry. We do it better.
Definitely. But yeah, we actually have some. I feel like 2025 was actually a year of this past year, 2024 into 2025. Great music and like rap. Women have kind of carried rap this year, I feel. But I love it. I love seeing like the women come with into hip hop and like carry it so strongly. And sometimes I'm hearing these other rappers and I'm like, why would you even make this? Like, it's horrible.
It should be inspiring you to tap in to a deeper part of you, and you just going flatline right
Yeah.
now. No. But yeah, it's been amazing. It's gonna keep getting amazing because what do when we get tired of what's happening around us and the things we can't control? We go deeper into our creative bag, and that's what you're seeing. Like these artists, these amazing artists are locking in, and it happens to be women.
Yeah. You're right. I think we're about to see creativity like that we haven't seen even more so, I think. Just like
Mhm.
the last year, there was a lot of hard times, but even more so, I think now people are, like you said, are gonna dive back into that creative bag. And I'm ready
Mhm.
to see it. I'm ready to see who got what they got this year. Um, so I know I can't stay on much longer because I have a 7 o'clock appointment which is why I thought we had yesterday. That's why I messaged you. I was like, oh yeah, Wednesday. And then I was like, oh snap, that's actually tomorrow. um But I guess, are there any questions or anything that you might want to like ask or say, like about DJing, or ask about, or any of your experiences, anything like that? To
Well, I want to, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna first say I wanted to just extend my gratitude for you reaching out to me. Like it's an honor to be here and just, kick it with you, talk music, talk art, talk life, and just, healing. That's so
Yeah.
important right now. And any way we could continue to just share that. In a very positive way, like, I'm here for it. So thank you for, this platform. Before I say anything else, is
Yeah.
that and, hopefully, like, you continue to take care of yourself through this time because oftentimes the healers, the energy givers are needing to be poured into themselves. So I would like to ask you, what are you doing to take care of yourself right now?
Oh Lord, if you only knew. I wake up every day at 5 a.m. I swim, I go to the spa, sauna, acupuncture. I do Reiki almost every single day because
Wow. Yeah.
but yes, I have a healer in my life that makes sure that I am taking care of myself every single day. I really put a lot. And honestly, I think that's the only reason I'm smiling right now. Because I feel like I put so much work into myself over these past, I don't even want to put this all on camera, but like over these past 4 years have just been a whirlwind of me understanding like what I'm here for, what my purpose is, and how much I have to take care of myself if I'm gonna live in that purpose and continue to like impact the culture in any way. Like if
Mhm.
I want to make a change or an impact, I have to make sure I'm taken care of first, And that's what all of us need if we're gonna be out here helping others, or building anything. Like we have to be strong in ourselves first. So
Without
thank you for asking me that. How are
Mhm.
you taking care of yourself? Especially now.
Well, right now, I finally slowed down enough to where I'm working on building my ritual back, my morning ritual back. But I usually start with a little bit of stretching, little yoga stretching. I have my cup of matcha. Like every day, I have to have my cup of matcha in the morning. I know I'm getting to that point in life because I'm like, I need a matcha or the day isn't gonna be right. But I really want to get back into my workout routines and making that like a part of a habit a bit more like that. I take walks often. Sometimes it's just as simple as getting outside and taking a walk. I realize can change your day, your perspective, all of it, just your whole mindset. So I do it as much as I can wherever I am. That's something you can, you know, whether I'm in town, whether I'm traveling, it's anywhere, I'm gonna get out and get that walk in. So that's what I'm doing. And then journaling. And really, I've learned the importance of um, having a clear, open throat chakra and speaking the truth you need in the moments you need so that you're not carrying this weight when you do this work. You can't hold the world and then still try to deliver, in this way. And I've learned how important that is throughout this past year. And it's just, yes, that's why we built those rituals. That's why we need to keep them going. Because we have to clear ourselves, like you're saying, keep our cup full so that
Hmm.
we can feel whatever we're feeling. So that's where I'm at. That's my ritual. And yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it shows you glowing. Like, and to be able to glow, and to be able to create right now, keep creating, keep glowing. I want to definitely catch up with you more, and maybe we could probably link up again and talk again, but we don't need to talk on camera. But I would love to just, I don't know, we might have to just put a monthly check-in on the calendar just so we could like check in and connect, because I really definitely always enjoy whenever we're having conversations, and we have a lot like music and just like everything, So let's try to check in more and lock in, especially in these times too.
Definitely. Yeah, let's definitely lock in. And I appreciate you getting the kickstart on it. Like that's what we got to keep going. So I'm here for it.
All right. Dope. I'm gonna stop the recording.
All right.
All right.